All right, at this time, I'd like to call to order the April meeting of Mount Carmel Area School District. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Donna, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Brecker.
Present.
Mr. Brett.
Here.
Mr. Gonzalo.
Here.
Mrs. James is present. Mrs. Latour.
Here.
Mr. Muldowney.
Here.
Mr. Reno. Mr. Zach. Absent.
Thank you. Announcements, Mr. Cheddar.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gonzalo. Just a few quick announcements. A reminder, starting next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, our PSSA testing starts with ELA in both our buildings, elementary and junior high, as well as the following week on Monday and Tuesday, May 2nd and 3rd, we have our math testing, and Wednesday and Thursday, May 4 and 5, we have our science testing. Just a reminder to our parents and guardians to make sure students get a good night's sleep. The PSSA testing is a great way for our administrative team and our teaching team to really look at the last year over the pandemic and see where our struggles are, where our strengths are. So again, this is a meaningful assessment data that our school will look at. So again, please review the importance of PSSAs with your son or daughter and remind them to please get a good night's sleep leading in the PSSA testing here coming up here next week. Our end of year schedule. Again, I reviewed this last month with our learning community. A reminder, June 5th, our graduation is at 7:30 p.m. at the Silver Bowl. I'm happy to announce Joseph Mazer, the communication dean at the University of Tennessee, a MCA 2000 graduate, will be our speaker. I'd like to thank Mr. Gonzalo for his hard work in securing Joe Mazer. Again, we're really eager to hear his message to our students in our community. Friday, June 3rd, the prom will be back in our gymnasium. We're excited about that. Thursday the 2nd will be our senior parade. Wednesday the 1st, class night. Wednesday, May 25th will be our kindergarten graduation. Sunday, May 22nd, baccalaureate services at 7 p.m. And also our honor society will be Monday, May 16th. All right. Quickly, I'd like to thank the Lifeline organization at NCAI Cole Township and Superintendent Tom McGinley for your $3,800 donation to our Caucus Camp. Our Caucus Camp is hard at work planning for our annual camp this summer. SCI Cole Township, Superintendent McGinley, and the Lifeline organization have been such a big supporter of the Caucus Camp. Our community knows that this is fully funded by grants and donations, our Caucus Camp, and it's really a great, neat month-long activity for a lot of our kids in our community. And thank you to the CSIU as well as Bucknell University for all their hard work with our Caucus Camp. Finally, some thank yous, as you'll see on our agenda tonight. Some people that have been such a huge part of our school district are retiring. Dave Fagley, our building and grounds director, Virginia DeFrancesco, our elementary teacher, and the previous month, Catherine Pupo, our elementary teacher. The people that you see there on the screen have been such a huge part of this school district. They are going to be very hard, if not impossible to replace. I cannot begin to thank them for all their hard work that they have done for our school district. And I'm sure you're going to hear a lot more about these individuals and probably some more here in the next couple of weeks. Some great people that have worked so hard for our district. So again, thank you to Dave, Virginia, and Catherine for all your hard work you've done for our school district. And at this time, that is all I have, Mr. Gonzalo.
Thank you, Mr. Cheddar. And on behalf of the board, we too would like to thank the three individuals mentioned for their hard work, the dedication, loyalty to our district over the years. It doesn't go unnoticed. And we thank you so very much, and you will all be missed. At this time, we are going to recognize our Student Merit Award winners. And for the elementary school will be Landon McCracken. Who has that, Mr. Becker?
I have that. And Landon was nominated by Mrs. Dara. 5th grade's Landon McCracken was chosen as the recipient of this month's Merit Award for Mount Carmel Elementary School. Landon is a tremendous role model for his fellow peers and classmates. He is respectful, self-disciplined, responsible, well-mannered, genuine, and humble. He is the first person to wish you well, the first to say please or thank you, and the first to hold the door for other people to enter. He has a knack for treating others with kindness and compassion, and his generosity never ceases to amaze. Landon is one who puts others' feelings and needs before his own without ever asking for a pat on the back or recognition in return. Everything he does is done with humility. You can always depend on him to do the right thing even when no one is watching. He is one of those kids who does the right thing because he wants to, not because he feels he has to, and that is so refreshing. Landon is wise beyond his years. I enjoy our conversations and value his judgment and wisdom for such a young boy. One of the qualities that I love most about him is the fact that he marches to the beat of his own drum. Landon is confident in who he is as a person and does not need approval or permission from those around him. Rather than conforming to the latest fads, trends, and actions of others, he creates his own path in which to follow. We are so proud of Landon for not only being a wonderful student, but for being a wonderful human during a time that it is needed the most. His genuine personality and authenticity will be greatly missed in the 5th grade hallway next year. Outside of school, Landon enjoys riding ATVs, UTVs, and spending time with his family. He is the son of Karen and John McCracken. Congratulations, Landon. You are well deserving of this honor, and congratulations on behalf of the Mount Carmel area. Say a couple words if you like. You don't have to, but congratulations, and you appear to be a fine young man.
And if there's anyone to thank, I'm going to thank my homeroom teacher, Mr.
We'll now go to our high school award winner.
Hey, Roskowski. Let's say that correctly. Roskowski. 2 months in a row, I've had some tough names. Okay, Mount Carmel Area Board of Education Merit Award winner for the month of March is 10th grader Isabella Brzozowski. She was nominated for the Merit Award by her teacher, Mr. Kuddick, who said, Isabella always performs phenomenally in all of her academic endeavors. She consistently tries her hardest at all tasks presented to her and is meticulous with her work. She is kind to her peers and is optimistic about her practice. Isabella also demonstrates a higher level of thinking, delving deep into the meaning of the material presented in class. Finally, she has a good sense of humor and makes it easy to get along with her. Indeed, Isabella's hard work, dedication, and congenial personality make her worthy of consideration for the MCA School Board Merit Award. Isabella is a member of the Mount Carmel Area Girls Varsity Cheerleading and Competitive Cheer Team. She is also involved in Future Teachers of America, a novel idea reading club, and peer mediation. Isabella is a distinguished honor roll student and a member of the National Honor Society. In her free time, she enjoys reading, baking, and cheering. Isabella is the daughter of Kimberly and Timothy Brzozowski of Mount Carmel. Isabella, on behalf of the Mount Carmel Area Board of Education, I am honored to present you with the March Merit Award.
Congratulations to you both on behalf of the board, and congratulations to the parents and families of both of you, because I know it doesn't happen all by yourselves, and you should be thankful you have people who are guiding you to be these wonderful young people, and thank you for representing the Mount Carmel area in such a positive way. With that being said, you're excused unless you would like to stay for the rest of the meeting, but you do not have to. But once again, congratulations and thank you for coming tonight. At this time, we need a motion to approve the minutes of the March 17th, 2022 regular board meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have a PTA representative tonight? No? Okay. Recognition of guests desiring to speak to listed agenda items. Please state your name and address. Gary, is there anyone online?
None at this time.
All right, we'll continue on then with the administrative reports. Superintendent, Mr. Cheddar.
Nothing additional at this time, Mr. Gonzalo.
All right, principal, senior high, and John, are you going to do both?
Yeah, I'm going to do both. I'm going to start with the junior high. PSSA testing will begin next week. Mr. Cheddar provided the dates earlier in his presentation. Just a reminder that tele-students are required to come in the building for testing and are responsible for their own transportation home. Fourth marking period progress reports will be posted on Friday, May 6th. And I'd like to thank Mr. McPhee for all his contributions to our district and also highlight Mrs. Kristen Forspring. She was recently selected as for the Outstanding Teacher Award by the WQKX radio station and will receive $1,000 to use towards our news reporting program. So congratulations, Kristen. For the high school, April is a busy time in the high school and we are well into the fourth marking period. Our guidance office is finishing up meetings with students in order to complete scheduling for the 2022-2023 school year. Seniors are reminded to complete all scholarship applications with the guidance office, as well as complete senior projects. National Honor Society inductions are set for May 16th at 6 p.m. April and May are testing months with PSS beginning on Tuesday and AP testing beginning in May, as well as Keystone exam testing beginning on May 9th. That is all from the junior high school.
Thank you, Mr. Dara. Elementary.
Hi, yes, I'll give it this evening. Kindergarten graduation is on Wednesday, May 25th at 6:30 in the Richard F. Fire-Schmidt Auditorium. Your yearbook orders can be placed online. There's a link on the elementary school website. We are still having kindergarten and pre-K counts registration for the 2022-2023 school year. You can either register online or call the office if you have any questions. Just a reminder that PSSAs for grades 3 through 6 start on Tuesday, April 26th. And we wanted to thank all of our teachers and students for their hard work in preparation for the testing.
That's it. Thank you. Special education.
Hi, good evening. This month, our students have been finishing up on the MASA test, that's the alternative state test. In addition, we are beginning PSSA testing this upcoming week. April is Autism Awareness Month, and Shamokin area has invited us to participate in their Autism Day of events next Friday. So students in the autistic support classrooms will have a fun day of events that include track, field, and swimming. Next Wednesday is Administrative Assistant Appreciation Day. Thank you to all of our administrative assistants, especially Rachel Elgin, that works so hard to keep the wheels turning in the special education office.
Thank you, Kelly. Mr. Fegley, are you out there?
Yes, I am, Mr. Gonzalo. Thank you. Good evening. Just a brief update from our renovation project. There is still some remaining work that will be completed. That'll be done at the end of the school year, and that should wrap up this phase of the project. We'll also be replacing one of the water heaters at the stadium field house. That installation will take place when the new heater arrives. We'd like to complete this as an in-house project, so we're going to be going to tackle that as soon as that comes in. I'm also be replacing some sprinkler heads and some storage rooms at the high school. That work will also be done when those sprinkler heads arrive. So we're getting ready for the end of the year school events. The lawn mowers are ready to go as soon as the weather cooperates. And finally, we are looking for a few college students to help out this summer preparing the schools and grounds for the 22-23 school year. So if you know of anyone that may be interested, please have them stop by at our district office located at the east end of the junior senior high school and see one of the secretaries there. Thank you. And that's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Fegley. Athletic directors.
Even though it seems like winter sports, spring sports continues. I'd like to thank the maintenance staff for their hard work over the last week, getting our fields together after our Happy Easter present. that came down out of the sky. And I just want to say our baseball team is doing well. Currently 4th in the district, triple 3A competition. Our track and field team, several people, girls and boys, have already qualified for their standards for district, so all are doing well. I'd like to compliment Ms. Niglio and the track and field coaches and the kids that helped out at our annual Wrestling Invitational. It was a tremendous success. A lot of great compliments, and again, everybody does a great job with that, and all the teams are happy that come down and they return every year. So thank them all for doing that. Finally, I just wanted to say we need help with across the state, and it's a plea that every athletic director is going through right now. We need officials. This year, we've already have gone through several JV games had to be canceled for our kids because of lack of officials. We just have not enough officials. And when a game is canceled, I can't get it rescheduled because they have to use officials somewhere else for a varsity game, and it gets very difficult. So I'm asking everybody to please, if you know anybody that wants to be an official, just not for baseball, track and field, softball, just not for spring sports. There's a need across the line: football, soccer, wrestling, basketball. We need sports officials in the state. It's a crisis situation, and it's not getting better. And if we do not get them, things are going to happen. Like events are going to be canceled, and schedules are going to be limited if we do not get officials. They are a cornerstone of the athletic events. Without them, we can't participate. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Sakavich. A motion is needed to approve athletic items 1 through 5 as listed. Motion, Mr. Balliet, second, Mr. Britt.
Mr. Balliet?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Britt?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Yes.
Mrs. James Feltes? Mrs. Latour? Mrs. Latour? Mr. Muldowney?
Yes.
Mr. Reynolds absent. Mr. Zach's absent. Mrs. Latour, are you there? Mrs. Latour?
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Thank you. A motion is needed to approve financial items 1 through 4. Motion, Mr. Britt.
Second.
Second, Mr. Becker.
Mr. Becker moved. Mr. Britt seconded.
Yeah.
Mr. Balliet?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Britt?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Yes.
Mrs. James Feltes? Mrs. Latour?
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney?
Yes.
Mr. Reynolds absent. Mr. Zach's absent. Motion passes.
This is James. Just real quick. Mr. Britt made the motion. I seconded. I think it was, so that's
Thank you.
okay.
Under committee reports, Mr. Cheddar, do you have anything on the foundation?
No foundation meeting this month. Mr. Gonzalo, again, we request to our community to check out our school district website to look at the many foundation related projects and fundraisers going on. But more information coming this summer from the Mount Carmel Area Education Foundation. Finally, just a reminder that our latest brick order will be made by May 1st. We want to make sure that all those bricks are in for the first game this football season. So any final brick orders, make sure you get those in the next 7 to 10 days. That is all, Mr. Gonzalo.
Thank you, Mr. Cheddar. Under new business, motion is needed to approve new business items 1 through 12 as listed. Motion, Mr. Britt.
Second.
Second, Mr. Becker.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Yes.
James Feltes? Mrs. Latour?
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney?
Yes.
Reynolds absent. Mr. Zach is absent. Mr. Balliet?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Britt?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under personnel, a motion is needed to approve personnel items 1 through 7 as listed.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Britt.
Second.
Second, Mr. Balliet.
Roll call. Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes.
Mrs. James votes yes. Mrs. Latour,
yes,
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Renault is absent. Mr. Zach is absent. Mr. Balliet,
Yes.
motion passes.
Once again, we have an opportunity for public comments and questions. Gary, anyone at this time?
None at this time.
None at this time. Can we have a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Britt.
Second, Muldowney.
Second, Mr. Muldowney.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Next regular meeting will be May 19th, 2022. Thank you all.